The way is not with Maya. Welcome, friends, back to part 56. The way is not with Maya, but against it. This is another fact to learn. We are not born as helpers of nature or competitors with nature. We are its born masters, but we bind ourselves down. Why is this house here? Nature did not build it. Nature says, go and live in the forest. Man says, I will build a house and fight with nature. And he does so. The whole history of humanity is of continuous fight against the so called laws of nature. And man gains at the end. Coming to the internal world, that too the same fight is going on. This fight between the animal man and the spiritual man, between light and the darkness. And here too man becomes victorious. He, as it were, cuts his way out of nature to freedom. We are then that beyond this Maya, the Vedantic philosophies find something which is not bound by Maya. And if we can get there, we shall not be bound by Maya. And if we can get there, we shall not be bound by Maya. This idea is in some form or other the common property of all religions. But with Vedanta, it is only the beginning of religion and not the end. The idea of personal God, the ruler and creator of this universe, as he has been styled, the ruler of Maya or nature, is not the end of this Vedantic idea. It is only the beginning. The idea grows and grows until the Vedantists find that he who is thought was standing outside, is he himself, is in the reality within, is the one who is free, who through limitations thought he was bound. Now coming to section 3. As every step we are knocked down by Maya and shown that we are bound, and yet at the same moment, together with this blow, comes the other feeling that we are free. The same world that was the ghastly battlefield of Maya is now changed into something good and beautiful. A legend tells how once Narada said to Krishna, Lord, show me Maya. A few days passed, and Krishna asked Narada to make a trip with him towards the desert. After walking for several miles, Krishna said, Narada, I'm thirsty. Can you fetch some water for me? I will go at once, sir, and get you water. So Narada went uh, at a little distance. There was a village. He entered the village in search of water and knocked at a door, which was opened by a most beautiful young girl. At the sight of her, he immediately forgot that his master was waiting for water, perhaps dying for the want of it. He forgot everything and began to talk with the girl. All the day he did not return to the master. The next day he was again at the house talking to the girl. The talk ripened and into love. He asked the father for the daughter, and they were married and lived there, and he had children. Then 12 years passed. His father-in-law died. He inherited his property. He lived as he seemed to think a very happy life with his wife and children, his fields and his cattle and so forth. Then came a flood. One night the river rose until it overflowed its banks and flooded the whole village. Houses fell, men and animals were swept away and drowned, and everything was floating in the rush of the stream. Narada had to escape. With one hand, he held his wife, and with the other, two of his children. Another child was on his shoulder, and he was trying to ford this tremendous flood. After a few steps, he found the current was too strong, and the child on his shoulders fell and was borne away. A cry of despair came from Narada. In trying to save that child, he lost his grasp on the others, and they also were lost. At last, his wife, when he left uh, with all his might, was torn away by the current, and he was thrown on the bank, weeping and waiting in bitter lamentations. Behind him, there came a gentle voice, "My child, where is the water? You went to fetch a pitcher of water, and I am waiting for you. You have been gone for quite half an hour." Half an hour? Narada exclaimed. 12 whole years had passed through his mind, and all this scenes had happened in half an hour. And this is Maya. In one form or another, we are all in it. It is most difficult and intricate state of things, as understand. It has been preached in every country, taught everywhere, but only believed in by a few. Because until we get the experience ourselves, we cannot believe in it. Time, the avenger of everything, comes and nothing is left. He swallows up the saint and the sinner, the king and the peasant, the beautiful and the ugly. He leaves nothing. Everything is rushing towards that one goal, destruction. Our knowledge, our arts, our sciences, everything is rushing towards it. None can stir the tide. None can hold it back for a minute. We may we may try to forget it. In the same way that persons in a plague-stricken city try to create oblivion by drinking, dancing, and other vain attempts, and so becoming paralyzed. So we are trying to forget, trying to create oblivion by all sorts of sense pleasures, and this is Maya. Two ways have been proposed. One method, which is everyone knows, is very common, say that it may be very true, but do not think of it. Make hay while the sun shines. So the proverbs say it is all true, it is a fact, but do not mind it. Seize the few pleasures you can, do what little you can, do out, look at the dark, do not look at the dark side of the picture, but always towards the hopeful, the positive side. There is some truth in this, but there is also a danger. The truth is that it is good motive, power, Hope and a positive ideal are very good motive powers in our lives. But there is a certain danger in them. The danger lies in out giving up to struggle in despair. Such is the uh, case with those who preach, take the world as it is, sit down as calmly and comfortably as you can, and be contented with all these miseries. When you receive blows, say they are not blows but flowers. And when you are driven about like slaves, say that you are free. Day and night tell lies to others, to your own souls, because that is the only way to live happily. That is what is called a practical wisdom and never was. It is more prevalent in this world than to this century. Because never were heard harder blows hit than at the present time. Never was competition keener, never were men too cruel to their fellow men as now. And therefore, this is consolations must be offered. It is put forward in the stronger way at the present time, but it fails as it always must fail. So today we will discuss up to page 62, first line, and thank you very much, brothers, sisters, and friends.